Hey, welcome back. In this video I'll show you how can you create a widget like this one just by asking ChatGPT to do you the code. So this is like a tutorial about Flutter and we will be using dartPad for this video and also ChatGPT. And yeah, first to understand how to create this stuff and how to explain this by words to ChatGPT, we need to think about what do we really have in this screen. So first we have a gesture detector right here that can know where the user tapped. Then we have a stack that have multiple circles inside. So in the previous video I talked about this Flutter flow where you can learn about various widgets that are like a toolbox that you can use for create any Flutter widget that you need for your application. And today I will continue by showing how you can use different widgets to reach this kind of goal. So okay, so I will start a brand new dartpad and click on run, so we can have like an empty application that is like an hello world just with simple text. And it's a nice tutorial because you can do it without needing to install Android Studio, and if you are not sure about if you really like Flutter or not, you can start by using dartpad and learning how this thing really works. And yeah, and I guess it will be more fun like this. So okay, let's start this application so we can see. Okay, we are seeing the hello world text right here, and now we'll come back to ChatGPT and ask him what do we really want to do. So first let's tell him that we want to create a Flutter widget that has a gesture detector, so I can check where the user tapped. Then I want a container that takes 80% of the screen, and inside the container I want to have a stack that show multiple circles. Okay, let's try first this one so we can see like step by step how we can put ChatGPT to create something that will be useful for us. So right here is creating gesture detector, and you can immediately see that is using the on tap down attribute, so you can have an idea of where the user tapped. That's very cool. So you don't need to go to the documentation of the gesture detector to discover where is this kind of stuff. And inside we have a width. It's not with 80% of the screen, it's with infinity. And they put two containers, I don't know why. Yeah, but one is in the center, okay. And he created the circle avatar. Okay, that is like as a radius and as a background color. Okay, so first I will ask him to create the circle avatar widget. I guess this is not a native widget of Flutter. Okay, let's come here and add this right here. Okay. Oh, looks like it knows what is a circle avatar. So let's see, maybe it works. Okay, so as we can see, he already drawed the circles in the screen, but yeah, now if we tap somewhere, we just get this event right here. Okay, so first thing that we need to ask him to do is to create the same widget, but keeping the circle avatars inside a map. So we probably need some kind of map that points from this color to this radius. And here, inside the children, you will create a map to render the stuff. So we have an easier time dealing with this information. Okay, so first step, I would say that the container needs to take just 80% of the screen. Okay, this is the first feedback. Then the second feedback is to create a map from color to offset to offset, so the stack children can be automatically rendered when the map changes. Okay, so let's see what kind of feedback does he give. So we already have here this widget, and now we are asking something just about the build. Yeah, but okay, he created right here and created this as a parameter. Okay, doesn't make much sense to be a parameter because it's in the root of the application, but we can init it right here. It'll be quite easy. And yeah, he's taking 80% of the screen in the width. Okay, that's fine. And here looks like he's already trying to render the stuff. So okay, let's try to copy this part and come again to dartPad, and let's see how it works. Okay, so right here I will delete this part and we'll put an empty map in the beginning. No, should not be an empty map. It should be something like I will ask him to do it. Create the initialization of the circles with 3 circles of different colors. So the rest looks like it's okay, the rest of the code. It's aligned right here. Oh, and the height also should be okay. Height also should be okay. So this looks fine. Yeah. Let's see if we can keep with the different requests. So now we can try to check if he's rendering this part right, because here he is mapping our data. Okay, they put them side by side, that's fine. Okay, and now we need to create some like the on tap gesture. First we need to create the same stuff but as a stateful widget, so we can tap and change the offset of the of the stuff. And here the translate. So I also need to tell him that I want an animated opacity instead of this transform translate. Okay. Okay, that's very cool, yeah. Okay, so now I need to ask him again to initialize the circles. Don't forget to init the circles and transform the widget into a stateful widget that would move the circles to the position, no, to the offset where the user tapped. Okay, and also use an animated positioned between stack and circle avatar. Okay, let's see what it can do with something like this. Now we are asking a stateful widget that should already have some kind of behavior, so it did not init the circle. So animation controller. Okay. Maybe it's trying to do something that is too complex to what we really want. I'm not sure we need all this stuff, like the animation controllers. Maybe we just need to ask him to do something easier. Yeah, because like he's creating logic about animation controllers, and yeah, this map should be enough. So how can I guide him to the right place? So here he has an animated position. This part looks fine. No, we don't need the animation builder. I guess the problem is right here. We don't need the animation builder, neither the animation controller. Okay, let's tell him. We don't need the animation builder, just use the animated positioned and as child the circle avatar. And in the build, not in the build, in the init state, yeah, in the init state, create some circles. Init state, create some circles inside the map. Okay, let's see, because right now we don't have any. Yeah, instead of receiving as a parameter of the widget. Yeah, let's see if we understand. So continues to be a stateful widget, cool, but now doesn't look like it has any stuff. Yeah, that's very nice. He's creating the circles right here in the beginning. And now, yeah, that's look like very much like what we need. So when we click in the screen, it gets the local position of the tap and moves the circles to that position. So it looks like it will be very close to what we need. And yeah, and we just needed to explain that it didn't need all this stuff about the animation controller, because the Flutter animations, like the animated container, animated position, animated opacity, they're supposed to be easy to use, like without too much stuff. Like the animation controller is something like more complex, that you just need when you want to have something like very specific, like okay, it's working. Now the problem is that it's just showing the last one. So maybe if we change right here, we can see that there are multiple circles, but as they all have the same radius, they just show the first one. So yeah, we can see that this one is right here, and maybe we don't need this color so strong. So let's create an opacity right here. And how can we decrease? So we can start with the size, circle size. Circle size, let's start with 30, okay. And on each one of these entries, we will reduce the size of the circle, so we can see multiple circles. Okay, so it's not an int, it's a double. Okay, and let's put as radius. Okay, so this way we should be able to see multiple circles in the screen. Okay, let's take this right here, and yeah, they are already moving to the place. And to be cooler, I will now change also this duration. So this duration will be right here, so I think it can be a double, the milliseconds, and duration is equals to 500, and it's here that I want to decrease the duration. So each one will be smaller and faster, like all the circles will have a different size and a different time. So oh, here it's an int. Okay, so it's an int. How can we reduce like this? Okay, so let's put duration multiplied by this one and then round. Okay, round it. Okay, so now I guess we will have the effect that you were seeing in the beginning, that we have multiple circles right here. Let's put also this one at gray, so we can actually see some container, because now we are not seeing. No, I guess this color should be right here, I guess, so we can see. And I'm not sure why we says that is in infinity. Maybe this one doesn't really need to be here. Okay, but yeah, we are getting the effect. It doesn't look as cool, but that's because of the curve here in the animated opacity. So you can come here and ask by curves in Flutter. Okay, and probably One of the coolest in this kind of stuff is maybe this one is in back. Something that really starts by going to one direction and then comes back to the different direction. Yeah, maybe it's this one. So it starts by coming a bit back, goes a bit too much to the position it should be, so and then comes back. So is in, out, back. Let's put right here. Is in, out, back. And I guess that's it. Oh, it's super fast now. Let's start with a bit more of duration, so it doesn't look that fast. So this one, yeah, because it have less time moving, it's just half of the time that it is really moving in the direction. So yeah, let's see. Like this, yeah, like this looks very well. It's very fluid. And yeah, and as you can see, you can use ChatGPT and dartPad, so you can learn how to code directly in your browser. You don't need to install anything. And if you need to explain something to ChatGPT and you don't really know the widgets, you can come here to Flutter Flow that have all the widgets that that you can use, and you can even test it by dragging and dropping in the here. So yeah, I guess with these three tools you can learn how to code in a fun way without needing to install anything. And when you are sure that you really like Flutter, then you can come to the Android Studio and try to install this stuff and have fun with Flutter. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time.